Chewed it. Chewed it.
You chewed the film?
Fucking chewed the
Oh
film.
my god, Lee, you're a fucking amateur.
When I started WEEGIE Street, the goal was to regularly walk around with other photographers in Glasgow and have a little chat, share some photos. Well, the time has finally come. I've managed to cobble a little something together. This is Stephen. Stephen hates photography, and I've somehow managed to not only get him out in public, but out in actual daylight with a camera. I guess bad things do come in threes. We're clocked 10 miles, so strap yourself in for a ton of photos of various standards.
I was going to be me filming you, this is bullshit.
Well, maybe. Tell me what we're doing.
What are we doing? That is a good question. Stephen's got the GF1.
Yes.
After declaring that he hates photography,
I do.
he's gone back to the start.
What are you taking photographs with?
Leica M6.
Yes. Film?
Yeah, Portra 400.
Nice sunny day.
Beautiful day for it.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Just film?
Yeah.
Jesus. I guess we'll see how this goes. You've done this a lot more than me recently.
Walking on the streets, yeah, but not talking to cameras and being a
Can't see on YouTube. And the cycling championships are on?
Where? They're not on today.
Are they not on today?
No, some of the courses are still up.
Yes.
I don't know if people are just going to be riding around on the bikes, but the roads are definitely more open now, so...
Well, that's shite. This is your fault.
Yeah, should have stuck with Tuesday, shouldn't we?
Fucking about my sets. I carefully set.
I forgot how satisfying that shutter is. It feels nice.
So loud.
No.
Yes. Right.
Yeah, it is.
I've been on a huge 35mm kick lately. My digital cameras have barely seen any action.
So loud.
I'm enjoying the restriction of not having a screen to check my photos, and I don't say that as someone that's against chimping. The thing for me is, if I have a screen, I'll look at it, and once I've seen that I've screwed up a photo, it's hard to not feel shit or wonder what the hell I'm doing, call it a day and go home miserable and order a pizza. I much prefer not knowing, and then just getting a pizza a little later instead.
Dark spot. What was that laugh?
She saw me take a picture and waved at me. So this starters are going to go on, eh?
This is the problem with going out you've done this too much and I'm like, oh, fuck. One thing I like about this lens,
Yep.
the physical aperture, always very nice.
Love your shirt.
Thank you very much. What film are you putting in? I feel better. I've taken one photo, that's good. So start. What's that say? I like that.
Excuse me. Can I take a picture of your shirt?
Sure.
Sorry.
As long as my face isn't in it.
Face not in it, yeah? Thank you, Jason.
Yeah, I know I got a face in it. I tried to avoid it, but I opted to not get too close and make the interaction very weird for us both.
I'm realising I'm a much better photographer when I'm not in Glasgow. So I don't care. I care too much here.
But I really like the photos you did of
Compliments.
there was one photo that I liked. Is it Athens? You're walking on it. No, you've been to Athens recently, haven't you?
Yeah. Been everywhere.
And it was a colourful orange suit guy or something walking in the street.
Yeah.
Fucking well nice.
Looked like Tokyo, that fucking street. Well.
That's me, proud receiver of some bombastic side-eye. There's a couple places in the city where you're guaranteed to see some lone person being pals with many pigeons, and to be honest, I love to see it. This is one of them. This guy clocked me early on, and he paid to continue to feed them in a way that it felt like it was an invite to get some photos, so I stuck around and fired off a few shots. I got a couple that I really like. This one for the value every day in the back there is just funny to me, as it's a spot where pigeons receive easy meals. And this one, purely for the absolute chaos of it. I tend to prefer quite minimal photos and struggle with busier scenes, but there's something about this that just hits the spot.
When you say drink, do you mean alcoholic drink or do you mean like regular drink? I can't tell if you're making a noise or if that's like your shutter sound. Hello. Can I take your picture? Thank you so much, I love it. See Lee, the thing about this is I can't set the shutter and the aperture and have auto ISO.
No.
Which is annoying because that's what I do in the GR and it's the best. So I keep worrying about the exposure. Ooh. Tart. Tart. Feel a lot better. A lot better. Still shaking, but...
How are you getting on with the GF1?
Surprisingly good.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's a couple of things about it that are annoying. I think because I'm used to shooting with the Ricoh GR. The shutter sound, for example.
It's loud, but it's not. I don't think it's as bad as you think.
I know, I think, do you know what's interesting is that I thought it would be a bigger deal than it is.
Yeah.
But actually, it doesn't matter. It's more about, you just have to work with what you've got. I think it means actually that I'm less likely to just, with the Ricoh, right, you can walk past people and go, and no one knows. But you end up with a lot of shit photos.
Yeah.
Whereas with this, you have to be quite deliberate. Because they're gonna fucking hear it. And actually that can make your photos better.
Yeah.
And so maybe I've changed my whole thought process now and I want a really loud camera. I want a Hasselblad. So it's like a shotgun, that's what you want.
If that's something that puts you off spraying, I think it's worth it. Because I've seen you shooting with your Ricoh and you do your burst modes, which is fine. But whenever you've done it, I've always thought, like, how can you be fucking arsed to like just go through it on the computer? Like, that just saps any enjoyment out of it for me. So I think that'll do you good.
Too fat for the seat. An artist.
It's probably worth mentioning that every time we asked someone for the photo, they were cool about it. It's easy to get in your head and freeze up. Best advice I can give is don't overcomplicate it. A quick, can I get your photo, works way more than any nervously fumbled bullshit. No one cares, just be calm, compliment them if you feel so inclined, move on.
Excuse me, can I take your picture? I love your outfit.
Yeah, oh yeah, sure.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, does it won't work? Can I just flip on? That's amazing, thanks so much.
No problem.
I'm sitting at F8 and then when it comes to portraits I'm tweaking it down to F2. Try and make it a bit less shit.
We didn't really kick around the West End all that long. It seemed like the entire area was having the drains sorted. It smelled like shit. A quick walk through was more than enough.
It's fucking stinking now, isn't it?
I'm just going to stop here real quick. As I approached this guy, I wasn't filming, but I got a good vibe from him. I took his picture. He ended up stopping me to talk to me about cameras and all the time we were talking, he just felt really familiar. Didn't think anything of it, but then when I got the photo back, I looked at it and went, is that one of the fucking Pet Shop Boys? So let me know.
Yeah, I wonder. I do like this lens, this Leica thing. It's really nice. My problem with this camera was always the ISO. Like the high ISO was really crap. Like, or it wasn't crap, but it's been way, like, you know, superseded or whatever. But if you're shooting in the day,
Doesn't matter.
doesn't matter. I'm still getting used to the exposure on it because it's a bit weird. Like you can't set auto ISO if you're in manual mode.
No.
Which is a bit strange. But fucking it's cool, man. Look at it, it's cool as fuck.
I'm glad you brought it out actually, because that's the camera that I associate with you the most. It's when I first met you, you were just had that with you.
Yeah.
Had that and the Hasselblad.
What a combination.
And like it was everywhere.
I think that I was looking and I bought this in 2010 for £440 with the pancake lens, the 20mm f1.7, and I hated that lens because it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because it felt too like didn't have character, or so I felt at the fucking time. But that's why I had that 25mm 0.95, the Elitar Soligor, and looking back through those photos, like I used that for fucking 4 years or something solid, in the most inappropriate places.
Yeah.
Like trying to manual focus at f0.95 and like.
I remember you let me borrow that with your 0.95 for your wedding.
Oh yeah.
And I shot a bit of your wedding with it.
Yeah. When I got engaged. So there's photos I look back on and I'm like, oh yeah, like I love them. Which is partly why I wanted to try it again, right? Because rediscover some of that. When it came, the menus were all in Chinese or something. I had to read it online how to change them.
Classic Graham part.
Yeah. I paid tax on it. It's fine.
I love it when you can see photos taking form in front of you. I feel a rush when it comes to trying to get a decent composition before that moment's gone forever. These kids were playing on the entrance to the subway. Nothing really worthwhile came of it. But then just as we looped around, we saw these two blokes in the distance. I fired a shot way too early, and as I was nearing the end of my second roll of film, I left it. But what I like here is how Stephen waited. He managed to get right up before getting this. I think it's great.
Excuse me, can I get a photo of you? Because I like your suit.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
sure. No, go for it. Thank you very much.
It's alright. And a fellow ginger, you know what I mean?
I know, it's great.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Nice.
See you later. Had to be done. That we are.
That's it, that's the last one.
Hello. So, Lee,
Stephen?
how was it for you?
It was... The weather wasn't as great as I was expecting today.
No, pretty
Just
fucking
got
muggy.
absolutely fucking annihilated with heat rather than any decent light.
Yeah.
I shot all film, so 2 rolls,
2 rolls.
but that doesn't mean
How many will come out?
doesn't mean any of them are going to come out. I think we've got a few that I like though, so could have been better, could have been worse. I could have frozen at every opportunity like you.
I agree. I don't know what I'm agreeing with. I think it was good. I think it was good to get out and about. So I've not taken photos in Glasgow in ages because it feels too familiar. But I don't know if I get any good photographs. But I'm glad I got some of the photos that I did.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like there were some interesting people, and it was less difficult to go up and go right, as opposed to the last time. But we've been doing this for quite a wee bit. And it's funny. It reminds me every time you speak to every time you date, every time you speak to somebody, it's like we've worked in nightclubs for years, and you're used to talking to people.
Yep.
So talking to people isn't an issue. It's more just
It's getting to that point of talking to them.
getting to the point of being like hello, and then when you talk to people, they're fine. People are people. That'll be the fucking title of it. People are people. Jesus, whatever. So yeah, TLDR is photo shite, weather shite, me shite, camera not as shite as I thought.
The camera's great.
Camera's good.
Yeah, I am a huge fan of the GF1.
But I got to walk off some calories, so that's always good. I think that's it. Fuck. The end.